You said pick one for me. I chose wrong. You kept it anyway. The corner store was humming with its tired little fridge. You leaned against the glass door like the day belonged to you. I read every label twice just to have somewhere to look. You laughed and took the blue one from the row I nearly chose. We talked about nothing, but I kept every word. The loose cap on your bottle, the way your bracelet turned, cold drinks at the corner, sunlight on your sleeve. Nothing much was happening, but it kept happening to me. We stood beside the traffic light, waiting through the second change. You told me you hated olives with a seriousness I loved. I said I never finish movies when the ending feels too neat. You said that explains a lot, and smiled down at your drink. Maybe this is how it starts, not with courage, not with signs, just a reason to keep standing where I could have said goodbye. We talked about nothing, but I kept every word. The small straw wrapper twisting between your careful hands, cold drinks at the corner, the street too bright to leave. Nothing much was happening, but it kept happening to me. You said same time tomorrow, like it was almost a joke. I said maybe, I was already hoping so. It wasn't even a love song that made it feel more true. My phone lit up at 10:03 while the kettle clicked itself off. Just a link and one small sentence, maybe this is your kind of song. I played it low the first time, then again without a reason. The melody did nothing dramatic, the thought behind it did. You sent a song, and I heard more than music. I heard the day continue somewhere after we had left it. You didn't say you missed me, you didn't make it brave. No careful little confession, no heart hidden in the phrase. Just a song you thought might find me, just a line you almost took back. I watched the typing dots appear, then disappear like that. You sent a song, and the room became less quiet. Not because it filled the silence, but because it knew my name. I let it play beside me while the evening settled in. You sang a song, and something small began again. Mistaken louder gestures for something I could trust, but this was only ordinary, which made it hard to rush. No promise in the message, no future leaning through, just proof that for a moment you had carried me with you. You sang a song, and the room became less quiet, not because it changed the evening, but because it let me know that I was not the only one who took the long way home. You sang a song, and I didn't feel alone. It wasn't even a love song. Still, I played it one more time. I thought love would arrive with the whole sky looking up, some bright impossible moment no one could mistake. But you were by the washers, holding my old jacket, saying it came out warm and I should wear it on the walk. The vending machine was humming, someone's dryer clicked off beat. You folded one sleeve carefully, like small things mattered still. What I needed was smaller than fireworks, closer than a movie scene, quieter than I thought. You remembered I'd buy ginger biscuits when the day has gone too long. You put them in the paper bag without making it a gift. I watched you count the quarters, watched the blue light on your hands. Nothing in that room was shining, but nothing in me had to ask. Maybe I had waited for love to make an entrance. Then you looked up from the folding table, and there it was, already in the room. Smaller than fireworks, but steady enough to trust. Not a blaze across the evening, not a promise in the dust. Just your shoulder near my shoulder, just my jacket warm from yours. What I needed was smaller than I had been asking for. Smaller than fireworks and somehow more like home. The kind of light that stays close when the bright ones come and go. I have chased the louder feeling, the one that turns a room, then leaves before the morning can ask what it can do. But you did not need the center, you did not need the scene. You only took my tired silence and left it somewhere clean. No sky opened above us, no music made it clear. only one warm jacket, and the fact that you were here. Smaller than fireworks, but steady enough to trust. Not a blaze across the evening, not a promise dressed as much. Just the walk back from the laundromat, your hand close to mine, and the quiet understanding that love can take its time. Smaller than fireworks and better when it stayed. I stopped waiting for the sky when you met me in the day. The dryers turned behind us, the street was nearly dark. You handed me my jacket, still holding some of your warmth. I came in with the hallway, still clinging to my coat, and a phone call I had carried like a stone inside my throat. You looked up from the pages, resting open on your knees, and let the book fall closed without making room for speech. You did not ask what happened, you did not reach for why. You only moved the second chair a little closer to your side. Your silence had a door, it did not lock me in. It left enough room for me to enter when I could. I have known rooms that waited like a test I had to pass, where every pause was measured, where breathing answered back. But you kept the evening simple, water cooling by the sink, one lamp against the corner, your hands folded carefully. The quiet did not question me, it did not turn away. It held the shape of kindness without asking for my pain. You did not pull the hurt from me, you did not make it light. You let it keep its edges while I found the side to hold. Your silence had a door and not a single demand. For the first time I could open without being opened by a hand. Maybe love is sometimes less about the perfect words and more about the chair left waiting when the answer will not come. You stayed where I could see you, you did not cross the line. You made no claim on what I carried, you only gave it time. Your silence had a door, I came through at my pace, not repaired, not made certain, only welcomed as I was. When I finally started speaking, you did not act surprised. You listened like my quiet had been language all this time. That was how I entered, not pushed, not called, just a door left open by someone who could wait. Some nights we held our anger back, some nights it came through. The table kept our silence, the hallway kept our names. We passed each other carefully, like glass inside a frame. We were hurt, but we were not cruel. That was not enough to save us. Still, it mattered too. You stopped asking me to promise what I no longer knew. I stopped making you the reason for the weight I carried through. There were days we nearly found it, some small mercy in the room. Then morning came between us with the same old tired truth. There was kindness after damage, not enough to make us stay, but enough to keep the ending from taking all the good away. We could name the ways we failed without calling love a lie. There was kindness after damage, and it helped us say goodbye. Clear villain, so leaving would feel clean. You wanted one good memory to prove it still had meaning. Maybe both were ways of hiding from the harder thing we knew. We had loved each other honestly and still become untrue. Not false, not faithless, just no longer whole enough to carry what we asked for. There was kindness after damage, not gentle all the way, not beautiful enough to make the broken parts okay. But we did not burn the story just to warm our separate nights. There was kindness after damage, and we left with some care alive. We did not last, we did not have to lie. Some love ends without becoming cruel. I turned the phone face down on the corner of the bed. The room kept all its shadows, the ceiling said nothing back. I had spent the whole day arguing with versions of the past, making every small mistake stand up and give its case. The lamp beside the window made a tired circle there. I sat inside its edge and let my hands be bare. No need to win tonight, no need to be right. Some wars inside the mind can wait outside the light. I did not need the clean line where blame could finally rest. I did not need the sentence that would make me hurt the best. The floor held my old clothes, the chair held one more day. Nothing in the room was fixed, but nothing asked me to explain. I let the questions gather without calling them a sign. I let one breath arrive without turning it to proof. No need to win tonight, I only need to rest. I can lay the story down without deciding what it meant. No verdict on the pillow, no trial in my chest. No need to win tonight, I only need to rest. I have made a courtroom out of every quiet hour, called myself the witness, the judge, the one on trial. But the heart is not a case file, the past is not a room where every broken detail has to tell the final truth. Maybe peace begins smaller, one screen turned away, one light left on low, one night I do not use against myself. No need to win tonight, I only need to rest. I can leave some things unfinished and still loosen in my chest. No answer has to save me, no bright return of strength. No need to win tonight, just enough to stay. No need to win tonight, no need to be right. The room can hold the silence while I give myself the night. I turn the phone face down. The dark did not become kind, but I stopped asking it to choose a side. The engine clicked itself quiet after I turned off the key. Neither one of us moved toward the door, neither one of us reached for leaving. You watched the rain on the windshield without asking it to hide us. I watched your hands stay folded like they had run out of repair. We were not empty, we were not cold, we were just too honest for what we tried to hold. You said you still cared for me, and I knew that it was true. That was what made it harder, not easier to lose. I said I still wanted kindness, but not the kind that bends, until two people disappear to make a story last. We had softened every answer until nothing could be heard. We had called it being patient, we'd call it choosing love. We were too honest to hold what only lived when we denied it, too tired to keep pretending that the wait was only time. There was care inside Some truths do not become cruel just because they take you home. We were too honest to hold what had already lost its room. Not because love meant nothing, but because it asked too much. I wanted one last reason that would make the leaving clean. One failure large enough to stand between you and me. But there was no single damage, no final unforgivable line. Only all the little places where we no longer fit. You were still gentle, I was still trying. That did not make us whole. Sometimes the kindest truth is the one that does not stay. We were too honest to hold what needed us to shrink. Too close to call it nothing, too far to call it home. There was care inside the ending, there was mercy in the ache. We let the silence tell us what our words could not reshape. We were too honest to hold, so we let the holding go. Not because we did not love, but because we finally knew. You opened your door first, I waited till you were inside. Then I drove home slowly, with nothing left to prove. My coffee had gone cold before I found the nerve. You noticed but said nothing, only turned the cup around. The steam was almost gone, but your hand stayed near the table. I had carried that one sentence through 100 safer days, polished it until it sounded like someone else could say it. Then the rain kept ticking softly on the window by your chair, and I stopped making the truth smaller just to keep the evening fair. Coffee, rain and truth, all cooling where we sat. I thought the room would change when I could not take it back. You did not call me brave, you did not look away. You let the words remain there without asking them to shine. I kept my thumb on the napkin, folding corners into lines. You watched the little paper bend and gave me all the time. There were people at the counter, there were spoons against ceramic. Still inside that small permission, nothing hurried me to hide. Truth sounded softer with coffee going cold. Not easier, not lighter, just finally my own. You did not make a lesson from the part I had concealed. You let it be unfinished, and somehow that felt real. Coffee, rain, and truth, nothing grand enough to prove. Only one small table, and the way I stayed with you. To think confession had to open every door, had to change the air completely, had to ask for something more. But this was only weather, one cup, one careful breath, one honest thing between us that did not ask what came next. You reached for your own coffee, as if the world could still go on. That was when I trusted I had not said it wrong. Truth sounded softer with coffee going cold. Not rescued, not forgiven, just allowed to be told. You did not make me cleaner, you did not make me new. You only stayed there listening until I could stay there too. Coffee, rain, and truth, the afternoon turned gray, but something in me loosened when you did not look away. My coffee had gone cold, the rain kept falling through. I left with less to carry, not because you took it, but because you heard it too. Used to wait for certainty to enter like a light, for some clean and shining moment to make the feeling right. But you were at the kitchen table, moving slowly through the day, pushing your cup a little over so my tired hands had space. No sudden change in weather, no meaning written clear, only the way you noticed when I almost disappeared. I did not need a sign, I only needed you there, quietly making room where I forgot to ask for care. No great design above us, no reason dressed as proof. I stopped looking for a sign when I started seeing you. You never made a speech of it, you never turned it grand. You learned the kind of silence I can bear when I am sad. When I was late to answer, you did not fill the air. You let the question stay beside me until I could meet it there. Maybe love is smaller than the proof we try to find. Maybe it arrives unnoticed and waits until we recognize. I have trusted brighter feelings that vanished when they were named. I have followed perfect timing into places that could not stay. But you remained unremarkable in the most necessary way. like a chair pulled out beside me at the end of a difficult day. I did not need a sign, I only needed you there, turning down the noise when the world became too much to wear. No great design above us, no promise rushing through. I stopped looking for a sign when I started trusting you. Nothing told me from the sky, nothing had to. You were there, that was how I knew. Your hand rested near mine on the edge of the table, close enough to notice, far enough to leave me free. I was still learning safety without checking for its cost. You did not move to claim me, you let the moment breathe. Your hands knew how to wait, they did not ask for proof. They stayed beside the silence until I could move too. I have known touch that hurried, warm only on the way to becoming an answer I was not ready to give. But you left space between us, not cold, not far away, just enough for my fear to stop preparing to leave. Hands that wait can hold more than hands that take. They can keep a feeling open without closing round its name. You were near enough to reach me, kind enough not to try. Your hands knew how to wait, and that is why I came closer. Maybe trust begins before the fingers touch, in the mercy of a person who does not need too much. Maybe love can stand beside an unopened door and still be love completely, not less for wanting more. Hands that wait can hold more than hands that take. They can make a quiet promise without asking it to speak. When I finally reached across, you did not act surprised. You only turned your palm like it had been listening all night. Your hand in mine was not the start, it was the answer your patience never forced. split open in the parking lot heat. Oranges rolled under cars. I stood there feeling foolish. You did not laugh too loudly. You did not make it sweet. You only bent down beside me and gathered what I dropped. I kept saying I was sorry for something no one blamed. You handed me the last one like it still belonged to me. No witness but the day, no reason to perform. Just your hands in the afternoon, making one small failure warm. The receipt stuck to my sleeve. The milk was sweating through. A cart kept drifting sideways until you caught it with your shoe. Nothing in that moment looked like love from far away. No music from the distance, no light arranged to stay. But you made room for my embarrassment without letting it grow. You helped me hold the ordinary until I could hold it too. There was no witness but the day, no promise standing near, no one there to tell us what the kindness meant. Only fruit inside a paper bag, your shoulder close to mine, and the feeling that a life could become gentle over time. No witness but the day, and still the day knew enough. Some love begins quietly by not making small things rough. I used to wait for proof that could not be explained away, something large enough to silence every doubt I had saved. But proof can be too noisy, it can ask too much too soon. This was only you beside me in the white heat of afternoon. No speech about forever, no brave and shining line, just care that did not need to be seen, to be kind. There was no witness but the day, no story to defend, no perfect scene around us, no beginning we had planned. Only fruit inside a paper bag, your fingers brushing mine, and a tenderness so ordinary I almost missed the sign. No witness but the day, but I remember it still, how you helped me with the small thing, and the small thing changed how I felt. The bag held until the corner, the oranges stayed in place. No one saw it happen, the day did. I saw someone turn the corner with your old kind of walk. For half a second, years moved closer, then became someone else. I kept going with my coffee, cooling in one hand, but the question found its way in before I could refuse. If we passed today, would anything in us turn? Would some small part remember before the rest had learned? I wonder if your smile is different, if you pause before you speak, if you still look down at pavement when a thought cuts underneath. I wonder if I would seem familiar or only almost known, like a song heard through a doorway from a place you used to go. If we passed today, would we slow without a reason? Would the years stand between us or move aside a little? I do not need the old life back. I do not want to prove that something still is waiting where I once waited for you. If we passed today, maybe nothing would begin. Maybe only one quiet second would remember what we'd been. We have both become people the past did not predict. Different rooms, different mornings, different ways of being missed. I would not know your daily weather, you would not know mine. Still there are names the body keeps long after they leave the mouth. Not as a wound, not as a wish, just as proof that once someone mattered closely. If we passed today, I might know you by the silence that would open for a moment, then let the city back. You might smile like a stranger, I might nod and let you go. Nothing broken, nothing answered, nothing either heart would owe. If we passed today, that would be enough for me. Not a doorway to the past, just a window briefly seen. The person at the corner was not you after all. Still I walked a little slower until the question passed. I found the note again inside a book I never finished. 3 lines written carefully, then crossed out in the middle. The paper had gone yellow at the corner where it bent. My younger hand was certain that silence was a debt. I used to think those words were waiting to be paid, like some part of the past could not rest until I said them. But what I never said has learned another shape. It does not stand against me like it used to. It lives now in the pause before I answer too quickly, in the way I let someone finish what I already understand. lives in softer leaving, in not turning her to proof, in knowing every feeling does not need to make a claim. You may never know the sentence, maybe that is how it stays. Not buried, not forgiven, just no longer at the gate. The unspoken has a shape, but it is not a wound tonight. It does not ask for rescue, it does not ask for light. It used to feel like absence, a room I could not close. Now it moves inside me gently, like a truth that changed its clothes. The unspoken has a shape, I can carry it this way, not as something missing, but as something time remains. I do not need to send it, I do not need your reply. Some words lose their purpose when they survive the night. Maybe saying them would change nothing, maybe saying them would change too much. Maybe silence kept one mercy neither one of us could touch. There are truths that reach us later, not to open what is closed, but to teach the heart a language quieter than being known. The unspoken has a shape, but it is not a chain. It no longer makes a prison out of one unfinished day. It has softened into patience, it has settled into breath. It is part of how I listen when there is nothing left to fix. The unspoken has a shape, I can let it stay unnamed, not as something missing, but as something time remains. I closed the book, the note stayed there, not hidden, not heavy, just quiet in a kinder shade. My hands were cold, the town was new. I was almost brave. The platform smelled like metal and coffee from a paper cup. My suitcase leaned beside me like it knew I might give up. A map was folded wrong inside my coat pocket. I kept turning it around as if north could become easy. You did not say be fearless, you did not say be strong. You only touched my sleeve when the crowd began to move. I was almost brave, and somehow that was enough. One foot on the yellow line, one breath I did not rush. The streets had different names than the ones I knew by heart. Every window held a version of a life not yet begun. I miss the room I came from. I wanted this one too. The old life pulled behind me, but the morning pulled me through. You walked a little slower, so I would not feel behind. You let me hate the leaving without doubting the new life. Cold hands, new town, no perfect start ahead. Just your coat near my shoulder and the words I had not said. I was almost brave, not certain, not unafraid. But the road became less lonely when you matched my pace. Cold hands, new town, nothing shining, nothing sure. Still one small step beside you felt like one step more. I thought beginning over would feel cleaner than it did, like closing one clear chapter and walking out of it. But every start is weather, every door has weight. Some mornings ask for courage before courage knows its name. You did not pull me forward, you did not hold me back. You only made the distance feel possible to cross. Cold hands, new town, the day still felt unknown, but I stopped counting every corner as a place I did not belong. I was almost brave, and almost brave could move. The fear was still inside me, but so were you. Cold hands, new town, one platform, one deep breath. I was not done with dreaming, I was not leaving yet. My hands were cold, the town was new. You walked beside me, and I kept going. The kettle clicked itself silent after the water cooled. One towel moved on the balcony in the slow air after dusk. I had no great conclusion, no clean and shining line, only one cup in my hand and a room that did not ask. The day had not been perfect, I had not been brave all through. Still I watered the small plant and watched the dark come gently. This is enough for now, not everything, not all at once, just enough to let me stay inside the hour I have. I used to need an ending that could answer for the pain, some final kind of meaning to mating worth it. But life kept arriving in smaller clothes than that, a towel drying slowly, a spoon left by the sink, one message answered kindly, one chair pulled toward the light, One evening I did not turn against myself for feeling tired. This is enough for now. I do not need the whole road. I do not need tomorrow to promise what it cannot know. The past can keep its shadow. The future can stay white. This is enough for now. One room, one breath, one quiet life. I am not beyond the hurting, I am not made of peace. There are days I still go looking for a door that does not lead back. But I know a little better how to leave some things unnamed, how to let a moment hold me without asking it to change. Maybe this is not the ending. Maybe endings are too neat. Maybe what I wanted was only this much ease. This is enough for now. Not finished, not complete. Just the sound of water cooling and the floor beneath my feet. No proof that I am stronger, no bright and final vow. I can live inside this evening. This is enough for now. This is enough for now. The night does not have to explain. I can sit here with my own life and not wish it away. The towel moved on the balcony. The cup warmed both my hands. Nothing grand was waiting for now. I understand. The room was still at noon. I had not earned the light. Shoes beside the doorway, messages I let go quiet. The sink held 2 old plates. The clock kept being true. I sat there long enough to know that sitting would not move. So I tied my shoes badly, left the laces half undone, took the stairs instead of waiting for the elevator to come. I did not rise, I only stood. Some days that is the shape of doing what you could. The shop on 7th Avenue had tape across the glass. I bought the cheapest sandwich and a drink I barely wanted. Outside, a delivery driver laughed into his phone. I sat near the pharmacy wall and ate because I should. The sun was not forgiving, it was only there. Still I let it touch my sleeves for 10 unchosen minutes. I did not win the day, I made it through noon. One bite, one breath, one small thing I could do. No answer came to save me, no bright voice said be strong. I did not win the day, I only stayed inside it long. Cheap sandwich noon, nothing brave enough to name, but I walk back a little slower than the way I came. I have mistaken healing for a door that opens wide, for a clean and sudden morning where the old weight steps aside. But most days change in inches, without music, without proof. A receipt in your pocket, a text finally sent, a bench too warm to sit on, a bus you almost missed. The quiet fact of being here when leaving felt easier than this. I did not win the day, I made it through noon. One bite, one breath, one small thing I could do. No answer came to save me, no reason turned to gold. I did not win the day, I only gave it something to hold. Cheap sandwich noon, paper bag against my knee. Nothing in the world was fixed, but something stayed with me. The room was still when I came back. The plates were waiting too, but I had crossed the street once. That was not nothing. I learned it from someone careful, not from you. That was the part that stayed. He said it near the doorway, halfway through another thing. Like news becomes less heavy when it does not know your history. I nodded at the right time, I kept my face arranged. The room went on around me with no reason to change. It was not even terrible, that almost made it worse. A small turn in your life, I thought I would have heard from you first. It was not the news, it was who it came through. The distance had been growing, but now it had a voice. I pictured you deciding there was no need to call, or maybe not deciding, which may have hurt me more. Maybe it crossed your mind and passed without a place. Maybe I had become someone you no longer had to update. I do not want importance that your life cannot afford. I only thought some moments still knew where I was. You did not bring the news and I understood too much. Not everything is ended by a door or by a touch. Sometimes it is quieter, one story told elsewhere, one careful person speaking what you did not choose to share. You did not bring the news, I carried that alone. Not because I had a claim, but because I thought I was still close. I am not angry in the old way. There is no fire to defend, just a smaller kind of knowing where something used to stand. I can let your life move forward, I can let my place grow less. But I had not known the shape of it until I heard it secondhand. There are endings people announce. There are endings people live. This one arrived politely from someone who did not mean to hurt me. He did not bring the news and I heard what it meant. The bond had changed its address without asking my consent. Sometimes loss is quiet, no scene, no broken tone. Just the moment you discover you are no longer first to know. You did not bring the news, I will not call it cruel, but something in me stepped back from the place I kept for you. I finished the conversation. I thanked him for telling me. Then I walked home with the news you did not bring. I opened the curtains before checking my phone. The room looked almost familiar with the daylight on its own. I made coffee too slowly, I let the spoon ring twice. For once the sound did not become a memory of your kitchen. There were shirts across the chair, one blue, one gray, one white. I chose the one I wanted without asking who I used to be. I am not new, I am not free of everything, but I am almost my own again. And almost is a beginning. The street below is waking with deliveries and doors. Someone laughed beneath my window. I did not search for yours. I still know where the hurt lives, I still know what it weighs. But it did not choose my breakfast, it did not plan my day. I walked out with no music, just keys inside my hand. The morning did not save me, it only let me stand. I am almost my own again, not shining, not remade, just less afraid of silence, less loyal to the ache. The past can keep its corner, it does not need the room. I am almost my own again, and I can feel it moving through. I used to think recovery would sound like a door closing, clear enough for everyone to hear that I had changed. But this is more like noticing my name inside my mouth, not tied to anyone leaving, not waiting to be called. A small return to living, a quiet choosing back. No victory in the mirror, just a face I do not pass. I am almost my own again, not whole in some perfect way, does not get the room. I am almost my own again, and almost feels true. I locked the door behind me. The morning let me go. Not new, not free of everything. Almost my own. We did not name it early. Maybe that was why it grew. No borrowed lines between us, no promise dressed too soon. You called when the day ran longer than either one had planned. I let the phone keep ringing once so I could steady where I stood. Nothing hurried, nothing had to. We kept showing up until the feeling could be true. Some nights we spoke in pieces, half a thought and then a pause. You never reached to finish what I had not carried far. I learned your quiet weather, how your voice goes low and tired. You learned the door I leave half open when I want to be found. We move slowly into trust, not falling, not afraid, just letting every ordinary hour teach the next one how to stay. No rush toward forever, no proof we had to touch. We moved slowly into trust, and trust became enough. I've made too much of lightning and watched it leave no warmth. I have spoken too soon just to keep a moment from changing. But this was not a moment, this was many evenings long. 100 little mercies learning how to belong. We moved slowly into trust, through the small things we allowed. The truth without a costume, the silence without doubt. No rush toward forever, no need to call it love before our lives had made a place where love could be enough. We did not name it early. By the time we did, the word already knew us. On the doorknob before my mind agreed. The hallway light was buzzing like it wanted nothing from me. Keys inside my palm, coat still on the chair. 1,000 things to answer, none of them starting there. I stood between the rooms, not leaving, not staying, just listening to my body try to talk me out of moving. No answer came, I breathed anyway, not deep enough for peace, just enough to stay. The stairwell smelled like dust and someone's morning toast. A neighbor's radio murmured through a half-closed door. I counted 7 steps, then counted 7 more. Not because it mattered, but because counting gave me form. Outside the day was ordinary, almost careless with its light. The world did not grow gentle, I did not become fine. One breath anyway before the thought could close. One breath at the threshold, 1 foot past the door. I could not hold the future, I could not fix the wait, so I gave the next small minute 1 breath anyway. I used to wait for ready, like a train that would arrive, some clean and certain signal that would make the moving right. But some days do not offer anything that clear. They only leave a handle and the body standing near. So I did not call it courage, I did not call it change. I only crossed the hallway with my fear still in its place. 1 breath anyway before the thought could close. 1 breath in the open air, 1 step I did not owe to hope or proof or healing or a brighter kind of day. I had no answer for my life, I breathed anyway. 1 breath anyway, small enough to be true. The world was still unfinished, but I had moved into it. My hand left the doorknob, the door closed behind me. Nothing was solved. Still, I was outside.